had to put the theme music on today. Had to put the theme music
Great
on.
theme music, man.
Had to put the theme music on today for this joker
Great
right here,
theme
man.
music.
Let's go, man. It's your boy Var. You already know what it is. Welcome back to Var World Boxing. This is Unanimous Decision Podcast. Episode 2 is going down out here. This is my co-host.
It's your boy Derek Starling, professional boxer, 5-1, 4 knockouts.
Let's go. Let's cut this, man. You know, you don't got all extra happy with it in the beginning, whatever.
I'm ready. That's like the theme music. I'm ready now.
That's cool. All right, yo, I want y'all to tell me how y'all like that theme music in the comments section. You feel me?
Tell him how good the theme music makes you feel too. Like he swears it's not a good theme music.
Like, listen, if it's cool, if the people love it, I love it, man. If the people love it, I love it. Regardless of all that, man, today we got a cool show, man, because we got some new boxers on the rise. You feel me? We got some new boxers on the rise, man. You know what I mean? And I'm excited. You feel me? Because right now, it's reminding me of the old golden era, right? Today, we're going to be talking about... Hold on a second, man. Let me let these people know who we got today, man. Hold on. So, all right, today we're going to be talking about the Michelle Rivera and Frank Martin fight that happened this weekend. Great fight. We also heard some bad news that happened to Errol Spence. You feel me? He got into a car accident or whatever the case may be. No one really knows, you know, how bad it is and how long it's gonna take for him to recover and if he needs to recover. But I did hear something. But so we're gonna get into that. And also, you know, it was some things going on social media. You know, the IG. You feel me? Talking about the fighters of the year.
Yes.
Right, there was some things going on talking about the fighters of the year, so we're gonna get into that. You feel me? And then we're gonna let you know what who we think the fighter of the year is. You feel me? So let's get into it.
Are we gonna talk about the pound for pound list?
Oh shoot!
You want to talk about that?
I mean, we could get into it. So let's see if we got. Let's see what type of time. Let's see what type of. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what type of time we got, man. It's a happy Monday for y'all. I don't know if y'all know, but it's her brother's birthday, so you feel me? This Monday, I mean, hey man, listen, man, you know you can do what you do. But let's get into it, man. So we had, obviously, a lot of people in the box will already know. Errol Spence got into a car accident, so. What ended up happening was a 14-year-old kid took his mom's car. You understand what I'm saying? Ended up taking his mom's car and driving it, just free riding. They went through the traffic light. Ended up hitting Errol Spence. He had a bulletproof car, still crushed the front, and ended up.
What type of shit is Earl into to need a bulletproof car right now?
Yo, the dude is an accident magnet.
I'm not gonna say accident magnet because that's little. The other car accident was
not politically correct, Joker.
He was intoxicated. He was intoxicated. So but this one wasn't his fault. But I'm just saying, what is he into that he needs a bulletproof car? Now, don't get me wrong. If he goes, you know, I live in Houston or I live around Dallas, like. It's wild out here. I just want to protect myself and my kids. Cool, I get it. But to have a bulletproof, like people who got bulletproof cars is like, they know if they go outside, they could probably possibly get shot at. Like that's a different type of thing.
I mean, you don't know.
I don't know his life.
We don't know why. We don't know why they really call him the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I don't.
He be out there going. He out there going off,
more
man.
Power to you, man.
He out there going off, man. And before we get into it, make sure y'all hit the like button. Okay, make sure you hit the subscribe and make sure y'all hit the bell notification so whenever I'm here, you here with me. All right, don't think I was gonna forget about that. You feel me? Anyway, yes, and the fact that he had the bulletproof car and he still had minor injuries. You understand what I'm saying? So. This is what he's saying. He had minor injuries at the end of the Frank Martin card that we're going to talk about later. That he ended up mentioning that he's gonna end up fighting in April, May, June. Those are the 3 months that he's talking about fighting. So you know that he obviously has to recover from something since Terrence Crawford ended up the quack on him. You understand what I'm saying? And then, so now that's how you know he ducked him. Because Errol didn't even have a plan to fight anybody else. He didn't have a plan because right now he would be fighting maybe right after Avanesyan, but right now he can't fight. I think that's wrong. Bad business, bud. at the end of the day, man, when he comes back, we don't know who he's fighting. Okay, who do you think he should fight? I mean, the only person right now, if he's staying in the division, he'll end up fighting Keith Thurman. What you think?
So?
I mean, I'm just saying. He at first he was talking about how he doesn't want to because he ducked him back in the day. Right.
I think that'll be a good fight. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Keith Thurman, he got skills, so I mean, you can't deny him.
Nah, you really can't.
You can't deny him.
He came up before all those jokers and he fought the best. He fought the best. He had a couple of long layoffs. He fought. I mean, the best in the welterweight division, the best that he could do, except for Kell Brook. I don't think he ever fought Kell Brook. So
who else did he fight?
He fought Danny Garcia.
Danny Garcia, Sean Porter.
Danny Garcia, Sean Porter. He fought Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah. And he fought some other jokers too, coming up or whatever. He was trying to campaign. He was trying to campaign for Mayweather and all that stuff.
He just wanted some money. I get it, but he didn't fight. Let's not go. He fought mad. He fought 3 people in the welterweight division.
I mean, it was only he fought the best of the ones that was in that division at that time.
No, he didn't. Because if he did, if you didn't fight Floyd, how did you fight the best?
Well, Floyd, he tried to. He tried to fight Floyd, but you know how Floyd was.
He was young and up and coming. He wasn't even there.
Keith Thurman is a force to be reckoned with. No matter what. He's a force. He's still a force to be.
I would not go that far. He is a great. I ain't saying he's a great. He's a good fighter. He's going to show up. A force to be reckoned with is very, very a force to be reckoned with is like what they used to say about Tyson.
I guess well, the one time Keith Thurman, you know, he
God,
you know what I'm saying?
He beat a bunch of tomato cans one time.
Bruh, I mean, but he has footwork, and that's one reason why people are saying that Keith Thurman has a chance against Errol Spence.
What does he have? I'm so confused at what footwork he has because I've never seen him dance around the ring. He hasn't. When he got hit with a body shot, he danced his ass around the ring. Besides that,
he used his feet against Mario Barrios.
I don't know what y'all be seeing.
Yeah, I don't know if you watch the fights, man.
No, I watch the fights. I've never seen him.
He's one of the people that actually does use his feet. I'm not saying he's like turning you and doing all this other stuff, but he does. He uses the whole ring. So that to me is considered footwork. Like he uses his feet. So
you do know that's just a part of boxing. Just step left, step right, pivot.
And a lot of people don't know how to do it.
That's not. I mean, I doubt it, but I don't see Keith Thurman being all crazy with the footwork. I mean, he can't move. Like stationary.
Well, who do you think has good footwork? Who do you consider someone that has good footwork?
Eric Sterling.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me get one of these on ya. Let me get one of. Nah, let me stop. Now you got good footwork, but I think as far as footwork is concerned, I think you can consider Keith Thurman one of those guys that has it. Who else?
Like, all right, when you say good footwork, right? Like, think about how Shakur, think about Devin Haney, think about how those guys move around the ring. Think about how Lomo moves around the ring.
Yeah.
Do you ever see Keith Thurman doing stuff like that?
That's what I'm letting you know. That's a different, like the dynamics are different, but he uses his feet well. In my opinion, I think he uses. I think he uses his feet well.
I can say he does move. He does use his feet well. I can agree with you with that.
So that's what I'm saying. So he uses his feet well, and he can cause problems for someone like Errol Spence. All right. And this is
You're
what
not gonna go that far now.
But these are the people I gotta talk about, the people who he may be able to fight. But I gotta talk about the people who he may be able to fight.
Lamont Peterson has some of the best footwork. His drills, his footwork drills are amazing, and he actually uses his feet. But we've seen what Errol Spence did to Lamont Peterson. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to throw no shade, but to sit there and go, this is what people do all the time. To make the fight. This is what they try to do to make the fight. I think that his footwork is going to give Errol Spence a run for his money. Wow, you still got to punch.
Yeah. Yeah, he's also a good counter puncher though.
I wouldn't go that far.
The way he came back on Pacquiao, was pretty good. Like he got knocked down and he almost won. He rallied back to almost win that fight against Pacquiao.
What fucking fight were you watching?
Yeah, man, he almost came back.
He did not almost come back. He got knocked down and Pacquiao was winning the rest of the fight.
Yeah, see that's what you saw. Again, I don't think you watched all the full fight.
I watched the full fight.
I
watched he got knocked down, and it was him trying to come back, and he just couldn't figure out Pacquiao. He didn't come back and start beating up on Pacquiao. That's not what happened. What happened was he got knocked down. He couldn't figure out Pacquiao, and Pacquiao kept doing what he was doing. And Pacquiao won the fight pretty easy.
All right, yeah, go back and watch the fight, y'all. I want everybody to go ahead and watch the fight. And if you go ahead and watch it, Keith Thurman came back and he rallied back and actually he really hurt Pacquiao. He did. He hurt Pacquiao. But the thing,
where do you be coming up with these? I don't understand where you be coming up with these imaginary situations. When did he hurt Pacquiao?
He hurt Pacquiao. I gotta remember the round. He was hurting Pacquiao when he started getting tired. When Pacquiao was getting tired. Again, if you go back and watch the fight, I'm letting you know that. If you go back and watch the fight and go, what is Varvar taking? Ask him what is he taking, because that never happened in that fight. I never seen Pacquiao get hurt. I never seen him come and be on this charge to come back and win the fight. The fight was a good fight, but it was everybody seen it was Pacquiao winning that fight, and it was to the point where Keith Thurman had to get a knockout to win the fight. I think the judges scored a split decision. I don't think so. Yeah, I think the judges scored a split decision. I think that was unanimous. It could have been a split decision. I'm pretty sure it was unanimous because it was no. He was beating Keith Thurman. Let's check it out. I'm gonna do a quick one, real quick. Let's see. Keith. Oh shit. Keith Thurman. But yeah, I don't see it. Don't get me wrong. Keith Thurman is a good fighter, like his work ethic. But that one-time thing, yeah, he's one-time Keith Thurman, but then he hasn't really had no knockouts in his last few fights. And I barely think he beat Danny Garcia. And I'm gonna be honest with you with that one. He won. He was in the wars. He was in the war. Look at that. Pacquiao won the fight by split decision. Okay. Yeah, split decision, dog. And that's the thing. Let me see how many times did. Oh yeah, this is all. Anyway, yeah. So I was about to go through the whole rabbit hole a little bit. But let's get to the topic at hand. Let's get to that. All right. I can't wait for this one. All right, hold on one second, y'all. All right, so we're gonna So my final thoughts of that before we get to before we get to the next round is that I do think that he should fight Keith Thurman because he is in a division, and if he's staying in 147, who else is he gonna fight? That has Errol Spence? Yeah, I think he should too, because he needs that name on his resume too. Right. I think he needs that name just so he can have all those jokers that was down there, and then if he moves up, at least he kind of cleaned out the division as much as he could without freaking Terrence Crawford messing it all up. Man, whatever, man. We going. All right, let's talk about that great fight yesterday, the Michel Rivera and Frank Martin. You use these words very loosely. Nah, I'm using very loosely. I'm using the words because that's how I feel about it. When I was when I was watching a fight, I watched two fighters. You know how I feel about both of these guys. You know how I feel about Michel Rivera. For me, Michel Ali Rivera, he's a good fighter. I don't want to say he's great, but he's a good fighter. And the opponents that he was facing. He was doing what he was supposed to do with them, and he worked his way up to get into the title eliminator spot to be the mandatory for what is it? I think WBA for Tank or something like that. I think that's what it is. The mandatory for to be Tank's mandatory or whatever. But this dude Frank Martin is crazy, bro. Yo, this dude Frank Martin styled on him, bro. He styled on him, okay? This performance to me puts him at top 4, okay? This performance to me puts him at top 4, and that would be Danny Garcia. I'm sorry, Danny. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Let me name my. Wait. Before you go any further, what's up? What did you have him at before? Who, Frank Martin? Yes. Did you even have him in your top 10 of 135? I had to see him. Like, as far as like, that's like how I did with Shakur. So I didn't have Shakur high enough for him like, I didn't have an argument for Shakur until he actually beat a champion and moved up and do things like that. So in my eyes, I thought Shakur was the best before he even got to 30. Before he even got to 35, I think he's the best at 35. And he didn't even fight anybody at 35. That's that's a bold statement. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not mad at you for that statement. That's your statement. And that's what I'm saying. So, but in my eyes, Frank Martin had it all. I just needed him to fight somebody that also was good, for me to be like, okay, now he really that dude. So he did
I
that.
don't feel that way. I honestly, I kind of expected Frank Martin to win. This great Walmart value of Muhammad Ali is annoying.
You hate that.
Yeah, I do, because his whole gimmick is that he looks like Muhammad Ali, and that's his whole thing. Like he's okay fighter, and like you said, he did what he's supposed to do with the people that was in the ring with him. But that's not like the people that was in the ring with him was some high class, fighters. Let's not like act like these guys were like running through stuff and then they were like on a decline or something like that. Like they had good experience. No, they were just regular fighters, and he beat them. I think Frank Martin has really showed, like from the highlights, and disclaimer here because I didn't watch the whole fight. I seen highlights of it. Frank Martin looked very, very, he looked very, very sharp. He was on point. He was fast. He would counter. He would get in first, get out. Like he would hit, not get hit. Like he was doing everything he needed to do. Now, does that say that he's automatically should be propelled into the top guys? Not necessarily. But also shows you that the guy Rivera just wasn't. He's not in that class yet. Like that, and that's the thing. Like you can put guys up there because you got a gimmick and something sells. But then once you get in the ring and start fighting, it's a total different thing. And you've seen that.
Absolutely.
I mean, Frank Martin really did. Like from what I seen, Frank Martin really outclassed him in every step of the way. And it was so bad to the point, like from the highlights I seen.
Yeah.
I'm looking like, yo, this dude is, first of all, he's 3 or 4 inches taller than Frank Martin, but he's sitting there.
No, it looked like it though. It looked like it. Yeah, it looked like he was tall. Yeah, it looked like
he was way taller than Frank Martin, but then he was just sitting there fighting small. He didn't jab, he didn't stand tall. And that's how you know it's not.
He did jab, and that's the thing. He did jab. He couldn't land anything. He landed 17% of his jabs.
But this the thing. Now,
or 7%.
Let's go back to footwork. Now, Frank Martin could be the fastest fighter all he wants to, but you know what beats speed?
Timing.
So if you're not timing him right, or if you're not jabbing and moving right and moving your feet, timing the right time, you're just not doing what you need to do necessarily to win the fight. Now you can sit there and say, "Oh yeah, he jabbed. He threw a jab here. He threw a jab there." Frank Martin was just so elusive. All right, cool. I'll give you that. What about you moving your feet? Like Frank Martin was. The Rivera was throwing 1 punch. Frank Martin was throwing 4 and 5 punches. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you're throwing the punches, you're just sitting there. That means you're fighting small instead of just jabbing and moving. And then I seen towards the later rounds he started throwing the right hand a little bit more, but it just wasn't the same as what Frank Martin was doing. And don't get me wrong, this doesn't go automatically put Frank Martin in the top guys, because he didn't. He's not saying he didn't. He's earning his spot up there though. He's working. His last few performances were very dominant, so he's working his way up there.
That's what I'm saying.
And if you put him up there, I have no argument with that. Like I'm all for giving him a shot to get the guys. And like he said, he ain't ducking nobody. He wants whoever out there to come step up.
He want all the smoke at the end of the.
He definitely said he want all the smoke
at the end of the fight. He even called out Rolly. How you think that fight will go?
Not a fan of Rolly.
I like how the fact that you can put him.
Rolly can sell.
Right.
He can sell fights because Rolly is he's one of those guys. He's gonna, like, you hear him now. He talks shit like
all day. He want to fight Spence.
Yeah, and then he talks shit about Devin Haney, and he I'm just
everybody, bro.
Yeah, he talks about everybody. And I'm just like, he's a shit talker. And he's gonna sell fights. People gonna love that. You know, people gonna love that. But then when he loses, to me, all right. So for me, personal right here. I'm not talking shit after I lose. If I lose, I'm mad. Like I'm mad. It's like anybody who knows me, I used to be the sorest of sore losers. I'm not talking for a while. Like it's to the point where I'm training still. You know, so trying to get that back. He over there is so happy. Like it's not the same for me. Like I'm just not going to be happy. I'm not going to, and I never talk shit anyway. Like I'd rather let my hands do the talking than my mouth do the talking. Like you're not going to see me argue back and forth and go get in a war of words with people.
Right. Nah, exactly. And that, the thing is with him though, he thinks he has an argument because he believes that he was beating him in the fight. He believed that he was beating.
I mean, he was. He was beating Tank in the fight.
So that's why he thinks he has a reason to brag. He's like, I was beating you. Just caught me with a lucky shot. That's what he's saying. So
first, it wasn't lucky. It was not fucking lucky
at all.
It was not lucky. No. Number one. Number two. That's that mentality. I hate. I was, but then I lost. So you couldn't you couldn't sustain it, or two, it just wasn't what you thought it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to me, it was he has a tricky style. Like, it's very awkward. So it takes a little time to figure it out. And once he figured it out, he started laying the shots a little bit more. And then when he landed that big shot, you got hit one time with a big shot.
She wrote.
You get what I'm saying?
Wrote.
Tank took a few of his good shots and didn't fall. You know, he a little stunned, maybe a little stunned, but he got hit with one shot and fell. See, but that tells you
he didn't even throw it hard. He said it was supposed to be. It was a throwaway shot to get under. It was a throwaway shot to get under.
That's a play on words too. He could have not threw it hard. He could have threw it hard. Now, I wasn't in the ring. I didn't get punched with it. All I'm saying is he got hit with one good punch, and then that was it. Like, he was out. Like, when he went to the ground, he was out of it.
He was
why the fuck y'all let me fight this fight? Like, why did y'all let me get in here? Like, that's how his face looked. Just so you ever been sitting down as a kid and you with your mom or your grandmom and you talk out of turn when an adult is talking, they slap the shit out you, and you look like, yo, what do I cry? Do I turn? What do I do?
Yeah,
that's how his face looked when Tank hit him. Like, he didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, he didn't. He even was walking with his pops on the way back. He's like, yo, what happened?
Exactly.
Dog, he was out all the way back to the locker room, dog. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, again, that's another one that's not up there with, you know, the Tanks, the Devin Haney's, and Shakurs and all that. But again, in order to keep Frank Martin's name up there and for him to get names on there so he has leverage for negotiation, he fights Rolly. Anybody who fought...
I don't think he needs to fight Rolly, though. I mean, he can. I mean, because it'll be a name. But see, that's the thing. Rolly is... to me, Rolly is just a name because he can sell the fights. He's not the name that's like, yo, he's one of the top guys in this division. Because he's not one of the top guys in the division. He just has a good name.
You'd be surprised, man. You go to ESPN, you hear ESPN jokers talking about he can be a top guy. Like, they put him up against certain people in matchups because he's a character. Like, they use those things, so they put him up there.
I don't like. All right, another disclaimer. I'm not hating on nobody. Everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has an opinion.
Sitting there.
People who don't play sports, like who don't play basketball, who've never played basketball, who've never played football, who've never boxed, trained, got in the ring, sparred, never done any of this stuff, should have no say so what goes on in these type of like it gets on my nerves because they don't know what they're talking about. Like, they don't know what they're talking about. And then they're on a national syndicated show saying that this guy is at the top. And it's like, why is he in the top? Like as soon as you ask them why, because you can't ask them on air, but if you ask them why, they would just look at you. Because he is.
Well, they'll give their best. I've heard him try to explain the fact that he gave Tank a good fight. Now, if he was able to, you know, go all the rounds, would he have been able to beat him on points? Like, these are arguments.
If gifts, every day be Christmas.
Exactly. Frank Martin, he is, for me, I think
shout out to Frank Martin. Congratulations on your win. He did a great job. I mean, do what you're supposed to do. I'm looking forward to seeing him get his next fight, maybe even a bigger step-up fight, if that's what you want to call it. I'm looking forward to all that. For the great Walmart value of Muhammad Ali, I would say get your own gimmick to get away from that Muhammad Ali thing and really start to train and focus on what you got to do. I don't see. I mean, everybody likes him, but I just can't get past the whole trying to make him like out to be like Ali.
I know.
I just can't get past that. Like that. Yeah, I just don't. Be yourself. There's nothing wrong with watching Ali and trying to learn what he did and then do it and implement it to your fighting style. But he literally tries to be Muhammad Ali 24/7, and then it's like you're not even fighting like him. Like, he didn't move his feet. He didn't fight like him. He didn't fight like Muhammad Ali. He had a jab. And he was smart in there, man. I see a lot of potential in Michelle Rivera, I do want to see him again. Okay, I want to see him again, and I don't. I would too. I would too. But I would like for him to at least hone in on the craft. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta work when you're beating people and it's like you're knocking people out and it's like you're not really fighting. You're not getting any better, right? You're going in there 1 or 2 rounds. You're knocking the guy out. Boom, getting out. You're not getting. And he got in there with Frank Martin. He couldn't adjust. He would just clench down, and they might be the same height, but it looked like he was taller. He was way taller than Frank Martin. There was no reason why he should have been making himself so small against Frank Martin. So, I mean, I would like him to go back and, get back. I would like to see everybody that fights actually stay with it and compete. I am a big person. You get knocked down, but you get back up. You know what I'm saying? You get back up, you keep going. Like this not going to define your career at all, but you could keep going forward with it. As for me, I think Frank Martin showed he was very, very impressive. I think he's ready to get up there, and like he said, he's ready to get up there. So let's put him up there. Let's see.
Let's see. That's what it's about. Let's see what the heck he got going on. I think he'll give any of those guys a run for their money, man. Like any one of those guys. I'm talking Devin Haney, Shakur, and Tank. I think he can give anyone a run for their money. As far as Rivera, I think he should start eyeing out, cats like Kambosos. Listen, Cruz. I mean, Cruz. I
don't think he want Cruz.
Jermaine Ortiz. I mean, when I just fought Lomachenko, the Puerto Rican dude or Dominican cat that just fought Lomachenko. Shoot. And who's another 35 where he could fight? I mean, Keyshawn. I mean, Keyshawn, if he want to get his name out there, like if Keyshawn wants to go ahead and get his name out there, that might be somebody he can go ahead and fight. He been doing a lot of rah-rah, bro.
I have no argument with you there. I mean, that would be a really good fight, Keyshawn versus Rivera. I mean, love to see that fight. I love to see people fight. I love to see the best fight the best. So when you say stuff like that, I'm all for it.
Same here. All right, dog. Let's. I'm gonna end that off like that, man. We see exactly what's going on with Frank Martin. I think we both agree that he's a savage. And
shout out to Frank Martin and be on the lookout for Frank Martin.
Yo, dead serious. We already know. Frank Martin, salute to you, bro. Let's go. All right, dog. We're gonna get to our third round in this mother joker. What we got? We got the rumors, or not the rumors, the nominees of the fighters of the year. Let's go. Let's get it popping. All right. So who are the nominees? Who is that?
Tyson Fury, Shakur Stevens, Devin Haney, and what's his name?
Inoue, Monster Inoue.
Inoue. Yeah. There you go.
All right.
I say Inaka.
So
I think it is Inaka, but I'm not sure.
Inaka
and Inoue. Inaka the Monster Inoue, something like that. I don't know.
I'm gonna rock with you on that.
I think it's close. I don't know. I think it's close, but
it's Inoue.
Y'all know what we talking about.
Yeah.
So
anyway, let me talk about this dude, man. I like him. Okay, I do. Is he number one pound for pound like they have him out here in these ESPN streets? No. Okay, I don't think he's number one pound for pound. But
wait. Are we gonna talk about pound for pound right now, or are we gonna talk about fight of the year?
No, we're gonna do the fight of the year, but then we can do our little back and forth about the pound for pound. But let's see how much time we got up in there.
I automatically agree with you what you just said, though. I just want to put that out there. I agree.
Bet. Then we definitely gonna get it in. The cats right now that are being considered, the fighters of the year. One of them being Monster Inoue. I don't think that is a bad one, but he just beat Butler for a belt. Who's Butler?
So this is the hard part about his situation. When you got those lightweight guys, I think he's what weight class is he?
He's like 118.
Yeah. When you got guys like that, shout out to my guy Anthony Johns because he's around that weight class, and he even says it's hard to find guys at that weight, and you gotta step up fast. So when you're trying to find guys that's at you think about this, grown men at 118, like that want to box. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to find those type of guys, right?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Now you find them all across the world, and he's beating these guys, and he's really stopping them and doing what he's supposed to do. But to me, are these guys actual boxers? Are these guys really? Or are these guys just opponents you get put in front of you? You know what I'm saying? Like, are these opponents just get put in front of you and you're taking out your opponent? Because if I take 5 people and one person trains all year round, the other 5 just do it here and there, the one person that fights is going to look so much better because the other people don't do nothing. They don't do what he does to put in the work. So it's not no fault to them or him.
Right.
It's common sense to me.
That's just the way it is in those weight classes.
In those weight classes, yeah.
So what has to happen? He has to move up and actually fight people. He has to fight people at the 120, 122, 126.
But sometimes you can't do that. That's the thing.
I know. Sometimes the body won't allow
correct.
it.
And you don't want to put yourself at no disadvantage. Like that's not a thing that you're gonna.
No.
That's not a thing that you're gonna want to do because in those weight classes that stuff matters. Like in those that matters. That 5 pound, 6 pound, that type of stuff matters. So, and you know what? And I don't want to say it matters to every weight because I've talked to boxers who had to cut weight and who got to make weight. I don't have to make weight, so I mean I don't really know how that goes, but. People who have to cut weight and make weight, they tell you automatically, yo, that makes a big difference. Like, if you training for a fight, you're supposed to come in at 140, and the dude comes in, you come in at 140 or 139, 140, and he comes in at 145, it makes a big difference. And I'm thinking like, nah, you should be, there's only 5 pounds. Like, no, it makes a big difference. So, I mean, that makes a big difference if you're trying to jump from 118 to 122 or 126. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do it gradually. I'd be like, oh, cool.
Manny Pacquiao did it. I mean, they'll listen. The way they talk, the way they talk about in a way.
And yet again, Manny Pacquiao. If you look at his fights, who was he beating?
Exactly.
And Manny and another disclaimer on this one: Manny Pacquiao didn't start getting noticed till he started getting to 135 and 140 and 147. He wasn't
the glory divisions.
He wasn't noticed at 108. And nobody paid him no attention at 108. Nobody paid him attention at the lightweights like that. Nobody paid him attention. He just had to work his way up. And then once he got to those divisions that, you know, that people look at, he started winning fights and people started to pay attention to Manny Pacquiao. But I agree with you. That pound for pound number one list is ridiculous.
It's wild. But I mean, as far as the fighter of the year, I don't think he's fighter of the year.
I didn't even know how many times did he fight. Like I heard him fight.
He
heard him
Donaire
a few weeks ago.
Yeah, he fought Donaire. He fought Donaire for the second time.
I love how you say their names like you know these guys.
He fought no need. He fought
Donaire, the dude that drive the buses down the street.
Brother Donaire.
Yeah,
you feel me? He fought brother Donaire, and also he fought Butler, the whatever dude, and he fought shoot. That's all he fought.
So he fought twice this year?
I think he fought twice. Yeah.
And were they title fights? Because he has a title. He's WBC, right?
Wait, did he fight Maloney too? He might have fought 3 times, dog.
My choice is going to surprise you, by the way.
Regardless, I don't think he's the fighter of the year.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think so.
All right, so next dude. Who's the next dude?
Shakur Stevens.
All right, let's talk about Shakur. Now, I mean, you know how I feel about my boy. That's my dude. I'm shake all day. Like this dude. To me, he's the best fighter in boxing. That's a strong statement if you want to call it
strong. That's a.
I think he's
more than Spence.
Yes, best fighter in boxing.
More than Canelo.
Best fighter in boxing.
Sheesh.
Best fighter in boxing right now. That's just how I feel, man.
I listen. I'm not mad at that. I like Shakur Stevenson. I like him as a boxer. I actually watch Shakur Stevenson. Like his boxing skills, his boxing IQ is phenomenal. So I'm not mad, but I'm just kind of surprised. Like that's a big and bold statement,
bruh.
I'm just saying that's a big and bold statement. It is big,
boy, and I'm gonna stand on that for real. I'm definitely gonna stand on that because I think that he's not gonna make me he's not gonna make me sound, he's not gonna make me look stupid. More than Canelo, yeah, he could beat the shit out of Canelo if he was the same weight.
Wow, and I'm not even a Canelo fan, but wow, he could beat.
He'll beat the brakes off the Canelo if they was the same weight. Yeah, for sure, easily.
That's
it'll be an easy fight for him.
I do not agree with that at all. I do not agree with that at all. I've seen his fights. I like I said, I like Shakur Stevenson, but to sit there and say he gonna beat the brakes off Canelo.
I think he'll outbox the brakes off of Canelo. Real talk.
That's now you changing it up. Outbox is different.
Yeah, well, if you beating him and outboxing him, like I think that Mayweather beat the brakes off of Canelo when they fought.
No, I don't think so. I don't think Mayweather beat the brakes off of people in his later years. I think he fought so smart and made them look bad or made them look like they didn't deserve to be
I see what you're saying. So you're saying
beat the brakes off of them.
All right. So you're saying like the pretty boy version is more of a beat your brakes type.
Oh, you know that's definitely a beat your ass. That's definitely a beat the brakes off you.
Fair. Then Shakur would outbox the brakes
Oh yeah, no. I can offer Canelo.
Off of Canelo.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
that. I can see that.
yeah. He'll outbox the brakes off of Canelo. With that being said,
You do know Canelo he's relentless, and I've never seen him. I never seen Shakur get in there with somebody who's relentless. Like they constantly come forward.
Oscar Valdez.
No, no. You can't be serious.
Joette Gonzalez.
No, you can't be serious again.
Anyway, yo, man, you don't give nobody credit.
You
like
really,
you don't give nobody's opponent the credit.
Listen.
What?
Did you hear what you just compared Oscar Valdez and Hector Camacho, whoever you just said,
Joette Gonzalez.
Joette Gonzalez to Canelo.
No, you're asking me relentless. I'm not comparing to Canelo. You're asking me to compare who's relentless as a fighter. There's many fighters that are relentless.
But you do know when they fought Oscar Valdez didn't really come forward. Canelo. Shakur moved and he just kind of like was mad stationary. Like he just mad he couldn't hit Shakur. He didn't come forward. That's not relentless. He stood there and he flat-footed. He couldn't hit Shakur.
He would make Canelo look like Oscar Valdez.
Hey yo,
straight up. He'll look like Oscar. But let's get into the fighters of the year real quick, yo. Let's get into the fighters of the year.
Shakur was obviously your choice. I'm seeing now. Next we got Tyson Fury.
Well,
you still want to go Shakur?
Well, I just want to know.
All right. So for my opinion, I don't see him being. I can't pick him fighter of the year. He fought I think he fought 3 times, which is a lot. That's a lot. But I think he fought for a belt. Yeah, he beat Jamel Herring. Jamel Herring. Mm-hmm. Then he defended it against Oscar Valdez.
Yep.
And beat Oscar Valdez, and he just fought this last fight. Okay, all right. He had some good names, and it was some good fights. I can see why they got him up there. I don't think I would give it to him
because the performances he made, people who came off.
Don't do that. Don't say it.
Jamel Herring. Jamel Herring came off a great performance.
You were gonna go there.
You don't give nobody credit, bro.
I give him credit, but you gotta understand is levels. Shakur is in a different class. You can't.
And he showed it.
Exactly. He showed it, but everybody knew that already. Who really thought that Jamel Herring was going to sit there? And Jamel Herring didn't even think Jamel Herring was going to do that because you could tell by where he was fighting.
Yeah, I mean Jamel Herring is not a he looked real good against his last fight, and you would only think that fighters would get better in their next fights, especially off of a great performance. So when he goes against, and he also knows Shakur, so he knows what to look for. He knows things like that. So I mean, at the end of the day,
it didn't matter at all because Shakur made him. What did he say?
Made him look average. Made him look average.
What did he say? I'm an A-class fighter. I'm gonna show you why he a C-class fighter. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what happened.
That's right.
And I'm not taking that away from Jamel because Jamel is definitely a workhorse. He worked, but that wasn't even. I didn't even think that was even fair. Honestly, I mean, I give him respect because he got a ring and fought his ass off.
Let me tell you that pathology, and I'm gonna just put it on you, right? The pathology is anytime Shakur fights somebody and outclasses him and makes him look bad, like a C fighter, you're gonna say, "Oh man, but look at the way he looked." See, that's the pathology, and I don't think it's sustainable if you're gonna be comparing fighters and comparing their legacies and shit like that. Because these guys are fighting people who were he was a past champion. Jamel was a past champion, and then he fought another past champion. You understand what I'm saying? So every time,
right.
every time,
was he a top guy? Was he a top guy?
Yes, he was a top guy in the division.
No, he wasn't. No, he won a belt. Yes, he
okay, so he was the top guy in the division.
He won a belt, but he wasn't the top guy.
What makes you the top guy in the division?
Tank was the top guy in his division. Devin Haney was the top guy. Devin Haney had a belt. He's the top guy in his division. Ryan Garcia the top guy in the division.
No,
he ain't had no belt.
No, Ryan is not. Ryan is not a top guy in the division. We already named the top guys in the division.
At 135?
Yes, we named.
Yes, he is. He's the top guy.
Where do you put him? What number?
Those, I mean, probably 5, but he's the top guy.
All right.
When 135 comes up about everybody fighting, you get Tank, you get Devin Haney, you get Garcia, you get Core, and you get Teofimo, but Teofimo moved up. Yeah. So you get those guys. So Garcia is always in that
in the conversation.
He doesn't have a belt. Before Devin Haney beat Cabosa, he didn't have a belt. He was always in that talk. At 130 and at 130, he was always in that talk. Jamel Herring was never in that talk at that weight class. He worked his way up and he beat. And if I'm not mistaken, he had to fight that guy. Did he fight him twice, or did he have to fight that guy eliminator for him to get to? But whatever
No.
it was, he fought. He got the belt. Nobody expected him to win to get the belt. They just he was put there to fight, and the odds were in his favor. He won. Cool. Now you get put in front of Shakur the next fight and you lose. Now, mind you, bad management on your team, if you ask me, because I would have took another fight first. Because he's never fought nobody that's close to even Shakur's boxing IQ, boxing speed, nothing. You just throw him right in there. To me, it looked like, yo, Jamel go get the belt, then we're gonna take Shakur and let Shakur take the belt from you.
That's how Shakur made it look, man. And
that's what it looked like to me.
He's gonna make a lot of people look like that.
You think that Shakur is gonna make Devin Haney, Tank, Garcia, and all them guys look like that?
Yes,
you do.
Absolutely.
I respect it.
Absolutely.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's gonna be a little bit different. But if you think that, that's cool. But fight of the year now, I'm not giving fight of the year.
All right. Next up, we got Tyson Fury. My man Tyson Fury knocked out Dillian White. He knocked out Shakur. He knocked out. Look, he knocked out Wilder. Did he knock out Wilder this year or last year?
Did. He knocked him out this year.
You sure it was this year?
Yeah, I think he knocked him out at the beginning of this year. You're a Wilder fan. Go look it up, or see.
All right, yeah. Let me look at it real quick. Tyson Fury.
Do I think Wilder 3? I think it was like February this year. It was early this year too.
October 9th, 2021. All right, yeah.
Oh, so
that was damn. That was a way.
It do sound like some way.
That was a while ago, guys.
Yeah,
damn, it feel like yesterday. So
he beat Wilder ass a while ago.
Yo, see, listen, it would be Wilder. Look, this joker want to try to get under a brother's skin, right? So look. So we got Tyson. So we got Tyson Fury. He knocked out what's the name?
Deontay Wilder. He did knock him out.
In 2020 in 2021.
Dillian White and
Chisora. Who else did he fight?
That was it, I think.
You sure?
Yeah, it was just them two.
He didn't fight another like a bum or nothing like that. He didn't fight no other bum.
I don't think so.
Oh no, they were talking.
No, wait, did he? No, because I think he beat Wilder, and then that's right. He beat Wilder, he beat White. He beat White. He said he was gonna retire.
Yep. You're right. Okay, so it's Dillian White and Chisora, bruh. You really gonna give him that?
No, I'm not.
Okay, I'm about to say you can't really give him that.
Reason why I wouldn't give it to him because first of all he beat Chisora 4 or 5 times already.
Yeah, pretty much. It was like the 9th fight.
Yeah, like so.
Get out of here.
And then Dillian White, it looked like it just was like a tune-up or here's my farewell. Nice little. And I say easy fight. I don't want to say easy fight. It was just like here's my farewell. I'm out of here. Like that type of fight. Like all right.
That's how Chisora was. Now you got to mix up.
No. Dillian White was supposed to be his last fight. He was supposed to retire. Remember he said he retired. Then the talks when Usyk won. When Usyk won, that's when he talks like, I'll fight Usyk for all the belts. I'll come back for that. And then that's when he came back and he took this fight with
Chisora.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, he always talking about he talking about retiring 2 times. Yeah. I don't think he's one of the top heavyweights anyway, dog. I don't think he's a top heavyweight, bro. I never thought he was nice like that. I never thought he was nice like that though. I mean, you can listen. You can consider him a top heavyweight only because of the people who he fought.
Only because.
So
your favorite heavyweight, the one of you, he's Mr. Everything. He beat the shit out of. And you're going to say he don't, like, what does he have to do?
I'm talking about Dillian White, bro.
Oh, I was talking about Tyson Fury. I'm like, wait, what is he?
Damn, you riding this dude hard as fuck,
I'm just saying, Dillian White is not the person that's winning, who's in the fight of the year category.
Well, that's the person who fought Fury. So that's why I'm just comparing them. Like, I don't think Dillian White was a like a fight like, oh damn, he whooped Dillian White.
I think so.
So you give him like that A+ credit. Like so,
no,
Dillian.
Whoa. So I think because you gotta remember, Dillian White's fought
Anthony Joshua.
He's fought Parker. He's fought Chisora. He's fought some of the top 10 guys, and he did fairly well. He knocked out Parker? No, he didn't knock out Parker.
He got knocked out by that.
No. What's the Russian guy he knocked that was like was it Kovalov? Kovalov, whatever. He knocked out one of the guys that everybody's like, yo, he's just this guy. He's gonna lose. He's a nice guy, and he caught him with a nice hook and put him to sleep. Put him right. To sleep.
Yeah, 'cause he got a rematch. So the first fight against that guy, he got knocked out with an uppercut. Bam. Yeah, I mean,
Correct.
And then in the next fight, he came back and
that's right. But he was winning that fight before he got hit with the uppercut. He was winning the fight before he got hit with the uppercut.
I guess I'm on points. Yeah.
The uppercut came out of nowhere, which that's what made it so crazy because he was doing his thing in the fight, and that uppercut came nice and smooth.
Yo, smooth
out the upper, and then he caught it, and that was it. But then when he came back and won, which is cool. But Dillian White is one of those guys who works. So he's going to work when he's in front of you, and he's a game opponent. Like he's not going to just be a pushover and walkover.
Right.
Like he can shock you too and beat you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like, oh yeah, this is an easy walkover win. It wasn't. I mean, he fought. They fought and they won. And Tyson Fury won. He beat Derek Chisora, which he didn't fought him 1,000,004 times. So it's like that doesn't qualify you for no Fighter of the Year candidate. I just think they just, he's still been winning. Like that's his thing. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I guess he's been winning still. So it's like that's why you put him in there. I don't put him in there. But I mean, I don't.
I don't understand. I don't understand why he would be over Errol Spence.
I don't understand why he'd be over Errol Spence or Usyk, honestly.
Or Usyk.
Yeah, because I mean Usyk. I think Usyk won champion. He won belts. No, sorry, he only won.
He beat Joshua twice.
But all right, last and final one we have is Devin Haney.
Yo, man, you know what, man? He has an argument, bro.
No, I'm giving it to Devin Haney.
Yeah.
I'm giving it to Devin Haney. Like he has an argument. No, I'm giving it to Devin Haney.
You giving it to him?
Yes,
yo, dog.
He fought 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
He beat Cambosa and got the belt. He beat him twice. Sorry, beat him twice. Got the belt. I mean, he's rising fast, and I feel like the way they're moving him is really good.
Me too.
But he's not. It's not like he's like kind of like. I don't want to say he's like trying to elude everybody. Like he's not like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take the scenic route around. Like he's kind of like going through what he needs to do. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He's trying to call out every fighter. He's trying to get the best fights. But what I don't like at this time, I know this. I'm gonna segue off just for 2 seconds. The way people are calling everybody out is not good because when it's actually time to negotiate, those other guys who you mentioned is going to be like, oh, you're ducking me. And that whole ducking conversation just goes overboard. Like everybody wanted to fight at that time. So you can't say I was ducking you. I wanted to fight everybody.
But the simple answer to that was, hold on, you'll get your time. We'll send you a contract. Right. I'm going to handle this first.
But these youngins ain't saying that. They be like, oh yeah, also I want to smoke with you. Yeah, I want to smoke with you as well.
But see, that's the internet. That's the internet stuff. I'm not. That's that stuff. I mean, everybody knows. You have mandatories. You have number ones. You can also go, I want to fight him. Let's make this fight. All right, let's make this fight. All right, I want to fight him next. Like you can do that. To me, I think Devin Haney is. Can we mention Bill too, or just say Devin Haney?
Yo, Bill talk, yo, Trill Bill. That's my man.
You mentioned Bill.
We mentioned Bill.
Devin Haney,
Trill Bill too.
Devin Haney and Bill are working together, and they're building something that's I think I respect it.
Yo, shout out to Trill Bill, bro. You gotta shout out to Trill Bill.
I'm interested in seeing now that everybody's kind of in the same division, because before you got to remember Devin Haney was in the lower weight. He was in a lower weight class than everybody else, so he wasn't in the same weight classes with all of them. So now that everybody's in the same weight class together, I want to see what goes on. But I'm giving Devin Haney the Fight of the Year. If you ask me, if I got to vote, I'm voting Devin Haney.
I don't know. I don't disagree with that, dog. I really don't disagree. I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna switch my shit up. I'm gonna switch it up, yo, because you make a good point. Because Devin Haney, he proved a lot to us this year. He proved a lot to us and to the fans, and he's actually showing us what exactly we want every other boxer to do. Like we want everybody else to start calling cats out. We want everybody else to just start, walking that walk and talking that talk that they talk. So you know, I agree with that, man. Forget all that, man. Forget all that. We gotta get up out of here, man. You know, our battery gonna die over in this joker. All right, man. So listen, man. I appreciate y'all coming back again for episode 2 of the Unanimous Decision. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Var, my co-host.
It's your boy D.
Listen, come back. Make sure you hit the like and hit the subscribe. And people who are new, who are watching us now, please accept my invitation to subscribe and join the family out here. Var, World Boxing and Unanimous Decision. We are out of here. You know, I'm gonna do my man the little favor right here and give him his little. Hold on, let me go ahead and give you a little outro music right here. Yeah, man, come on, man.
There you go. That's a good outro too. It could be a good intro and outro, honestly. I like it.
Yo, listen, y'all jokers better put it in the comment section if y'all want this as an outro, intro, whatever the case is, man.
It could be both. This could be our theme music. I'm just play my theme music, as they say.
Whatever, man. We out of here, dog. Shit.